Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome students. In previous lecture, we discussed the length measuring instruments, meter rule, measuring tape, vernier caliper, screw gauge, and mass measuring instruments, physical balance, lever balance, electronic balance. Today, we will discuss the time and volume measuring instruments and hence this topic 1.6. Today you will learn about stopwatch, its types and their working. Also, how is volume of a liquid determined using a measuring cylinder, and how you can find the volume of irregular shaped object which is insoluble in water using measuring cylinder. Time is measured in years, months, days, hours, minutes and seconds. The SI unit for time is second. Due to the wide range of time intervals that we want to measure, we need different kinds of clocks and watches. The figures over here show some useful clocks and watches that are currently in use. Amongst many time measuring devices, we will study stopwatch only, as it is only the time measuring device discussed in your book. So, stopwatch are used to measure short intervals of time. There are two types of stopwatches, namely mechanical stopwatch, which is also called analog stopwatch, and digital stopwatch. Mechanical stopwatch is operated manually. It means to measure time interval, the stopwatch needs to be started and stopped by hand. It measures the time interval up to 0.1 second. It has a knob that is used to wind the spring that powers the watch. The knob is also used to start, stop, and reset the stopwatch. The watch starts when the knob is pressed once. When pressed second time, it stops the watch, while the third press brings the needle back to zero position. The digital stopwatch has a display screen showing the actual time in minutes, hours, and seconds. Its least count is 0.01 second. It means the smallest interval of time that it can measure is 0.01 second. So how to use it? The digital stopwatch starts to indicate the time lapsed as the start-stop button is pressed. As soon as start-stop button is pressed again, it stops and indicates the time interval recorded by it between the start and stop of an event. A reset button restores its initial zero setting. The accuracy of stopwatches depend on human reaction time. That is the time to start and stop the operations of stopwatch. 2 to 3 readings are taken to compute the average time. So which one is more accurate? A digital one or a mechanical one? Obviously, a digital stopwatch is more accurate than a mechanical stopwatch, as it can measure time interval up to 0.01 second. Volume is a measure of space occupied by a substance. The SI unit for volume is cubic meter. We will discuss measuring cylinder as a volume measuring instrument, as it is the only instrument discussed as a part of your syllabus. So measuring cylinder is a glass or transparent plastic cylinder, and it has a scale along its length that indicates the volume in millimeter. Measuring cylinder have different capacities from 100 ml to 2500 ml. They are used to measure the volume of liquid. They are also used to find the volume of irregular shaped solid object which are insoluble in liquid by displacement method. Before finding the volume of liquid and the volume of solid object, irregular shaped solid object, it is important to know and get familiar with this terminology, meniscus. So what is a meniscus? It is the upward or downward curve formed at the surface of the liquid in container or a cylinder. This can be a source of error if not read properly. Now, how to note readings when a liquid is immersed in a cylinder. So, firstly, we take the measuring cylinder, place it on the table, pour the liquid inside the cylinder. To read the value, it is necessary that we keep I on the same level as meniscus of liquid. It is incorrect to keep I above or below the meniscus of liquid level. This way, we will never get correct readings. So from the eye level, you can find the volume of liquid. That's easy. But using how to find the volume of irregular shape object using measuring cylinder? We use displacement method. First step, take water in measuring cylinder and note the level of liquid. That will be noted as VI value. VI stands for volume of water. Then we tie a solid object with a thread and lower it into the cylinder till it is fully immersed in water. When a solid is immersed in cylinder, the level of liquid rises up. Note the level, it will be VF. Subtract using the formula VF minus VI. That will be the volume of irregular shape object. If you see in this picture, in the first cylinder, when you just pour a liquid into the cylinder, the value over here is 50 ml. This is the value VI. When you immersed a solid inside the liquid, the level of liquid increased. This is the value 75 ml. Using the formula VF minus VI, 75 minus 50 is equal to 25 ml. So 25 ml is the volume of irregular shape solid that we have calculated using displacement method. Summary of today's lecture. A stopwatch is used to measure the time interval of an event, and the least count of mechanical stopwatch is 0.1 second and least count of digital stopwatch is 0.01 second. Measuring cylinder is graduated glass cylinder marked in milliliters, and it is used to measure the volume of liquid and also to find the volume of irregular shaped solid object. You have to revise the lecture. You have to do question 1.10 and 1.11 on page 25 in your copy. And there is going to be a test, an online test of MCQs from article 1.1 to 1.6. If you still have any queries, you can contact me on my WhatsApp number. Take care, students. See you in next lecture. Allah Hafiz.